is happening, guys? It's Blackwing 2040, and I'm back with another comic book review for you guys to continue our journey through the War of Light. And we are going to be looking at the first Green Lantern Corps story of our, I would say, journey, if I would say. Green Lantern Corps Ring Quest. Now, before I begin, of course I know the only lanterns that you know here are Guy Gardner and John Stewart. Guy Gardner and Kyle Rayner. Forgive me for that, okay? It's been a long day. So, you have other members. You have the robot Steel, or Stel, is actually one. Ion, aka Soda Miat. Sora Nick Not 2, who is also Sinestro's daughter. Arisia, Princess Iolande, who is right here. At the bottom you have, wait, I'm wrong. You have Vav. Yeah, at the bottom you have Vav, and I kind of forgot who this one is at the top. I'm sorry guys for my lantern knowledge and everything. But before we begin, as always, I have to say the lantern oath. So, get your rings ready, folks. In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power, Green Lantern's light. Alright, let's begin. So, pretty much this storyline is a continuation after the Sinestro Corps War. So, in the aftermath, the Earth has been rebuilding itself, especially Coast City, and across the galaxy, other lanterns were, going back into relaxation state just after the war and everything. Like Kyle Rayner's, back to finally be himself again after he was released from Parallax. Guy Gardner trying to find himself in the world, or of course with Guy Gardner, nothing goes right. Kilowog is enjoying a feast with a hologram of his family, because currently Kilowog's family has passed, or they're not passed. Kilowog's family is dead at the moment, so he's on Mogo, and Mogo has created like a holographic projection of his family for him, to enjoy after, the long battle in the war, which is very touching because even though Kilowog's like the drill sergeant at the Lantern Corps, you kind of feel bad for the guy. Trust me, you really do. So, while back on Earth, you have Guy Gardner and Kyle Rayner rebuilding New York after the mishap with the whole Sinestro Corps and everything. And Guy Gardner also reunites with his girlfriend and teammate of the Justice League. What's her name again? Ice. This is her. Yes, that's really her name. Her superhero name is just Ice. But shoot, I'm sorry if my train of thought is off, guys. But yeah, he's busy reconnecting with her because he's been gone for so long, and she feels like she doesn't know who he is anymore. And so he takes some time off away from her, which he feels like that's what he needs to do. So Guy figures out, him and Kyle agreed, let's move to Oa. And John and Hal were like, you know what, if you want to move to Oa, go right ahead. So they set up shop on Oa, and they create their own bar for the other members of the Corps, and they have a little chill spot. But on the other side of the galaxy, something else arises across the horizon. So on a distant planet, a member of the Sinestro Corps crash lands, and a wanderer helps him out. But this mysterious figure is none other than Mongol the Second. Actually, if you're wondering about his father is actually dead. So this is Mongol the Second. And he's more devious and more eviler than his father. In fact, this guy even killed his own sister. That's nuts. So, if you guys know about the Black Mercy, which is a parasitic plant that connects to a host and gives them like an image in their head of a fantasy that they want to enjoy. So Mongol has like a huge garden of it, and he plans to use it on anyone that steps in his way. So back onto the Green Lanterns, the Guardians give them an order to scour the galaxy and prevent any other Sinestro rings from finding new members, because they want to get rid of the Sinestro Corps any way as possible. So they accept that order and they go out and try to stop all those yellow rings. And trust me, there's a lot of yellow rings out there, so they gotta get to the destroying and everything. So let me show you for those who don't know what the Black Mercy looks like, this is a Black Mercy. Very nasty looking thing. It is not pretty. I wouldn't even want to touch it or go near it for that matter. So forgive me. So while the Lanterns were scouring the galaxy and destroying Sinestro rings from finding new members, Ion, aka Sodom Yat, and Arisha got trapped on the planet where all the Black Mercies are held, and of course they got ambushed by Mongol. So the other Lanterns, Guy and Kyle, try to figure out what the heck is going on. So they were able to trace their signal, and they fly back to where the Black Mercies and where Arisha and Sodom are being held. But in doing so, they come across Mongol, but not just Mongol. They also come across the Mother Mercy, the creator of all the Black Mercies. Pretty much, like how a weed, take it like, the mothership or the queen to an anthill or the queen to a beehive. So that's pretty much what it is. So as soon as they arrived, it turns out the Mother Mercy says she didn't mean to do those things. It's because Mongol was tormenting her children, which are the Black Mercies, to do those terrible things, and she feels really bad about it. And then Mongol shows up and starts attacking them, and of course they have no luck, because when you're going against Mongol, it's not good. And plus Mongol has been killing other Sinestro Corps members and taking their rings and claiming them for himself. So the more rings he had, the more powerful he got, because apparently he really knows how to instill fear. But in one final moment, one of the Lantern members does a drastic action. The Lantern bzzz. I don't know why. That's just a funny name for a Lantern. Bzzz. Yeah, the Fly Lantern does a little attacks inside of Mongol's body and then flies through his eyeball. And then, but in doing so, it actually kills him. So the Lanterns were able to defeat Mongol. Then Mongol retreats to who knows where in the galaxy, and Biz's ring flies off to Mother Mercy, and she becomes a member of the Green Lantern Corps. Let me show you. It was actually a really sad moment to see, because just to see a tiny little looking guy who was able to do so much, especially during the Sinestro Corps War, to just perish like that, it was so sad. So this is the Mother Mercy as a member of the Green Lantern Corps. So, and the story ends with the Lanterns taking Biz back to Oa to be buried at the Green Lantern Memorial. So yeah, guys, this story it didn't really have like a big connection to the War of Light, but it still was, because Mongol does appear later on in this throughout as we go forth. So it was a good thing I decided to do this story. Yeah, it was very short and everything, but I still got it done. And I hope you guys enjoyed this comic book review. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next review, because I know a lot of people are gonna love this. We are gonna be looking at Green Lantern: Rage of the Red Lanterns. And trust me, I got my Red Lantern ring ready. I've been waiting to review this story for a long time. So stay tuned for that. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. And as you know, I am Vengeance, I am Darkness, I am Blackwing. Stay golden.